Well, hey folks, happy July 4th. I thought it was kind of funny and worth noting that Jamie and I are going to go off and do something just to celebrate this holiday. And Jamie lays out what she wants me to wear. So these are things that she had for me laid out special to wear for the July 4th holiday. Okay, fine. Now, Jamie also went off and bought things for her to wear. Here's one of her outfits. Here's another outfit. There's another outfit. Here's another outfit. But I will have you know that she's not actually wearing any of these outfits. She's in fact changed her mind for something entirely different. My question for you all to start off the video is, how many of you ladies do the exact same thing? That's what I wear no matter what. That is my outfit, no ifs, ands, or buts. However, Jamie is able to pick and choose through several outfits. And then lastly, do these not look exactly the same? Do these two here not look exactly the same? So all I can guess is they may be the same, but two different sizes. So anyway, hope you guys are having a wonderful 4th. You can see here we have a couple of babies who've chosen to sleep here on the rug while I have a bath. And the rest of the house, let's just peek at the rest of the house while we're here. Everyone is really enjoying themselves. A relaxing holiday. And you know what? We're not going to get them up and get them going. You can stay in your spot. We're not going to get you up. We're going to allow you to just stay in your spot, okay? So all of our babies are here. There's a few cats that are outdoors, but for the most part, they've all said, you know what? It's a holiday, and we're just going to take it easy. We deserve ourselves a break. And yes, they do. Okay, let's see here what Jamie's picked out for me. Y'all ready for this one? No judgments. Judgment-free. Let's keep it judgment-free, please. Oh, they have zipper pockets. Okay. So they have zipper pockets. So I can put one hand in my pocket if I choose to. And now the one thing Jamie has not told me is what shoes do I wear with this. And if you guys look close enough, those are actually Texas flags, which is fine because it's still red, white, and blue. So I don't think anyone's going to judge too hard. There is another shirt that I thought she was going to make me wear. Let me show you that other shirt right quick. I know that last year she was all about me wearing this shirt. Looky here. This is from last year, y'all. Remember this one? Who remembers this shirt from last year? Yeah, that was a fun one. But it didn't have sleeves on it. And I remember that last year I had me a farmer's tan, which means that my arms, when they come out over here, my arms were white that far down. Then they were nice and tan. So I could not wear this the day that she wanted me to. Well, I mean, I did wear it, but I wore an undershirt because from coming out of the shoulder to about that far, my arms were as white as that shirt right there. And then they got nice and tan as my arms come down. Guys, I hope you're not judging our closet. We have a small home and way too many clothes. But just in case you're wondering, look, my clothes start right here. This is where my clothes start, and this is where my clothes stop. So looky here, in this entire closet, these are my clothes. And everything else would be Jamie's. Everything else. So this is Lester's stuff, okay? I am completely capable of living small. All right, this is the way I shall be walking out the house, literally. We're going to find out what Jamie's wearing. She's already in the car. Let's see what your outfit looks like. I saw several across the bed.
Yes, this is what I ended up going with. I got gingham and white. It's a little brave to wear some white.
You're going to be brave to wear white?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't want to get messy.
Oh, I see. Well, we're just gonna go eat somewhere, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys, y'all come with us. Well, you can see that our destination here on this beautiful Independence Day, July 4th holiday is Atwoods. Hold on, babe. You're walking here in the town of, leave it, babe. Here in the town of Lufkin, Texas. I'm gonna start all of this over because people are gonna get mad at me for having you leave that cart. Listen, that cart's gonna be wet. It's gonna be wet, Jamie, it's wet. Why would you want a wet cart when there's gonna be tons of dry carts? Okay, so I want you all to look at these This is the kind of stuff that I'm sure every couple argue and fight about. Look at the windshield. That's how wet it is. And we're gonna put feed that we do not want to get wet onto a wet cart. But we're here at Atwoods, and this is where we're gonna find ourselves spending our July 4th holiday. And the thing about this is, oh, we're not the only ones dressed in costume.
Nope.
We are not the only ones dressed in costumes. All right, Jamie made me dress in a costume, but I said that we're not the only ones dressed in costume. We're wearing costumes too. She dressed me this way. I don't do this myself. Thank you. So just know that we're not the only ones dressing in a costume. But I hope the lines here are not as long as they always are. The worst thing about this store are their long lines. Super long lines and very slow customer service. Oh my gosh. Yep, look at the long lines. I knew it. Long lines. I will not allow myself to get into a lousy mood. We're blessed, y'all. We're so blessed to have come by and to have a bite to eat and go do a little shopping. But this place is known. I don't know why they do that. Why would you have so many employees walking around ready to help you in every section of the store? So many employees here. Yet you all saw it for yourself. There at the front, they have one line. One line open. And the line extends. There was at least 5, 6, 7 people in that line. And this place is notorious for that. And I don't care if the owner calls me again. I don't care. I'm recording the truth. So I don't have to create things or make things up. Now, he could ban me from shopping here. That would be sad.
Quail.
Quail? Those are tiny.
Oh, Lester.
Would that owner ban me from shopping here? I've never been banned from anywhere. But listen to me, look how big and beautiful this place is. They have everything here. Just everything. Well, except for one thing, they don't have fast customer checkout. They have everything except for fast customer checkout. And then, guys, the way I'm talking funny, I have candy in my mouth. I have candy in my mouth. That's why I'm talking funny. You would think that if I'm just one guy, I'm just one man, and this is the way I feel, my anxiety level rises just walking into the store, then think about how many other people are here that are also equally impatient as I am, and their anxiety level also rises. So you wonder to yourself how many more customers would come to Atwoods if they would redistribute some of their workforce and move them to the checkouts up front. Because otherwise, why would anyone come here compared to Tractor Supply? Think about that for a minute. I just need to get off the subject. Let me just get off the subject. Okay, let me show you guys all of the things that you need to have a successful, here's the game bird, a successful ostrich population. You need a game bird rations. Now, they come in pellets or they come in crumbles. We normally do pellets, but being as I don't see the pellets, I'm going to get the crumbles. It's not going to matter. It does not matter. The big birds will eat them. And I will say that there's no particular order to any of these things. I'm just going to walk you around and get all the supplies that we need as we come to them. All right, moving down this aisle over here, we come to the mealworms. They have the very large bags of mealworms here. We like us the large bags. This here offers the protein that the big birds need. This over here is your scratch. It contains all kinds of stuff in there. The corn, just a little bit of everything, guys. We only need 2 more ingredients and we'll be done. Next over here, we have to have an alfalfa pellet. It's the same thing that you find in rabbit feed. So we're gonna, in essence, buy ourselves a bag of rabbit food, AKA alfalfa pellets. All right, the last thing that we need are sunflower seeds, and they sell those in a different department of the store. But, and then I'll also add that there is, guys, I'm looking while I'm shopping. I'm looking from side to side, looking for the sunflower seeds. But you also have to have an eggshell, kind of like, they call them oyster shells. And that is what you use to help the birds break up their food and help them with digestion. So I don't think, let me ask this lady. I had to ask this sweet lady, I'm following you. We're looking for sunflower seeds and she's leading the way. She said we were almost there. I don't know why they have those in a different location. Why do y'all keep these somewhere different than the other feeds? Oh, for bird supplies. Well, that makes sense. All right, so for anyone who's wondering what all it takes to keep your ostriches healthy, this would be it right over here. And like I said, along with a few oyster shells to help with their digestion. Now it's time to go check out. All right, I'm gonna start an unofficial timer. As we walk over here towards the front, we're gonna unofficially leave my camera recording just for the timer of it. Alrighty, here we go. You guys don't have to watch. I'll put this in high speed.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dream I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence.
We're slowly making our way through the line, but as you can see, there are people lined up behind me. We got a whole stack of people, but we're making our way up. We're almost there. To be honest, I kind of think they must have watched me walk in. How you doing, ma'am?
Thank you, and you?
I'm good. Okay, I had to stop my recording because I was talking to the sweet lady, but I would say probably 8 minutes, maybe. I know that I stopped the recording at about 5, and then I moved right on up in there pretty fast, so I would say probably 8. Now, I know what you're gonna say. Lester, 8 minutes is not that bad. You're right. But like I said, I'm almost certain they probably saw me come in and they got onto the microphone and they called every available employee to come on up front and help out because they knew I was going to be videoing. All right, I am not waiting for Jamie. I'm going to go ahead and load this stuff up. Well, I hope that you all enjoyed our trip to Atwoods and you're heavily interested in what the ostriches need to have a healthy lifestyle. I've said this a few times before, and Jamie has also vouched for it, that you guys do know that of all of our animal species, the big birds require the most work. They do. The big birds require more work, and if you total up what they eat, they also are the most expensive of our animals. We love them so much, but they do. All of the different things they require, as you can see. Now, the good news is this will last us for several weeks, so we don't have to go by for them as often as we do the other animals. I thought you were to get in that other car.
No, the front one came off.
The front bag of corn?
Yeah.
What all you got there?
Stuff.
Stuff.
Secret for you.
Okay. All right, well, I guess if you want my rundown on our experience to Atwoods, I will say number one, thumbs up on Atwoods having everything that we needed. That is a big plus. Atwoods is like a superstore, or in other words, we sometimes say it's like a Tractor Supply on steroids. So thumbs up for them having all that we needed, and we needed a lot.
What are you doing?
She can't even be here. You're not allowed here. I'm gonna tell your boss. She works at Tractor Supply, and she even comes to Atwood. Cheater! Cheater! Shame! 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 Okay, that was funny.
That was funny.
So I'm embarrassed now. She caught me making a video. But that lady actually works at Tractor Supply. I will not say her name because I know some busybodies are going to be calling saying, we saw your employee over at Atwoods. What does that say about your store? Anyway, Jamie said that her checkout was not bad at all. Mine was under 8 minutes. That's a record.
I walked straight up to the register. No line.
I'm convinced they saw us coming in. And at this point, they must know who I am. And I'm kind of embarrassed about that. Even though I'm in disguise, even though we're in disguise, they still recognize me. That is true. They did have a lot of employees working. So I will have to give a 2 thumbs up for the checkout not being as long as it usually is. Because we've waited in line for damn near 20 minutes before.
Yeah.
So
no, this was actually an excellent experience.
I can handle 8 minutes. I'm not that bad with my anxiety.
I had no minutes. I feel like they're like, oh.
Let's give the girl in costume.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you all for watching. We're very blessed to have you. And we're blessed to have Atwoods. Sometimes we make a bigger deal out of things. Some people more than others. But don't forget, Jamie, I have anxiety. I have an excuse.
It's not an excuse.
That's an excuse.
It's not an excuse.
As a matter of fact, as this video plays out, we're going to play my song. If it wasn't real, I wouldn't have a song about it, Jamie.
Okay. That's
Thank y'all for watching.
Bye, y'all.
Anxiety, and you're not making it better. I have anxiety, you're not making it better.